Hi, this is just a video to talk about the family data and accounting under the Procare system. This right here, Procare Home, is where you'll have the configurations for the system. I just want to tell you this. Utilities, I've never used them. Supervisor utilities, I think I had to do something one time. I can't remember what, but it's rarely used. Reminders is also in each one of the applications, so I don't use that. So this is the only one. Okay, and I'll show you what I use for each one. So here's the family accounting. In here is all the stuff that goes with a parent. This is all the stuff that goes with a child. And this right here, if you click on this, is all going to be different than this because it goes by child. Okay, for instance, document stores all the documents, and this is on Hartman. This is all the documents we have on him. His enrollment form, his schedules, consent, emergency form, permission form, all the requirements that we have. And then if we click on Decamp, Holden, sorry, it is completely different. Everything else is different. Okay. Also up here, this is also there's a document up here, right here, and that is for the parents. So that's all the stuff that the parents have done. Okay, they have a form about my child, emergency contacts, tuition express form. This is their form that they submitted to us. And if they change it, here it is. If they change it, that's the account number and everything else that we take their tuition out of. If they change it, then we upload the other one and delete this one off. So we always have a current tuition express. Okay, so that was just to tell you that's what those icons are. These are the same thing as the icons. So this is an account. You can add an account. You can edit an account. If you get into each account, so I'm in Decamps right now, I can add an account here, and that would be a different one here. I can add a new account. I can edit this account. I can do reports. I can remove this account. And then that's general ledger. That's their contract billing, which is also down here under each child. So here, so this one here, I think has both of them. Yeah, it does. For the parents, Daniel, and then they are. And this one is just the kids. So if you want to just know how much we're charging for Daniel, the billing box. So if you want individual, go down here. And so we're charging him $330 a month. Now, I'll go through that in a minute. So this is all the stuff for the parents. It's also up here too. And there's reports that you can do. The only report I ever do is the billing report under the family accounting, under account statement. This right here, I will run this because they want this for tax purposes if they are doing a health deduction thing account. I can't remember what it's called. That's where we do it, and then you have to put a date range in, and you could put, 1/1 to today, and then if you run it, it gives them all the payments that they've made, and that's what they get to take. They don't have to pay tax on that. Okay, and it's more than one page. If you go next page, okay. So that's the report that I run for the parents when they ask for it. Other than that, there's not any other report in the family that I do, I don't think. No. You could. You could look at this. This is their deposit report. You could look at that if you want. I don't ever use it. Okay, so that's not a report I do. Tuition Express. This is actually how I process it. Tuition Express at the end of every month. We don't have anything here, but if we did, you would go next, and then you would hit select all, and then you could hit next, and then it says, do you want to post it? And you say post, and you exit out, and then all the money that's listed is taken out. Okay. Oh, under reports? No, under functions. Sorry, I didn't go to functions. Under functions, this is where we do revenue this is how we charge them revenue. So it's family accounting. You go to automated billing, contract billing, and then it's weekly. You say next, and then you click on that, and then if you hit post, it'll post, and all the amounts that they owe will show up right there. If you want anything that's an adjustment, like they're taking a vacation day, so that is just this, what I just did under the functions does all the revenue for the month automatic billings, right? Their contract. That's just every month, like Hartman gets charged every single month on his billing $330. Okay, if you decide to take a vacation, then you have to click on the dollar amounts and add that separately. So vacation would be down here. You look for absent vacation. Oh, I don't want to do that. No, I'll cancel it. And then you put it in here and it'll credit it out. So I'm going to cancel. I'm going to get out. Okay. So that's for anything that's not on the regular billing. Now the regular billing gets done here on the Procare under the config system. And then under the accounting management, you have a family accounting, standard accounts. If I double click on this, these are the tuition amounts. If you increase tuition, that's where you have to change it. Okay, it'll automatically get changed on the billing system. So if you go back over here to any child here, that's a billing. If you change that, this will get changed. And then if they go from infant to toddlers, this is where you just change it. Okay, I don't want to do it, but you would change. I don't want to. I'm afraid I'm going to screw it up, so I'm not going to do it. Okay. Okay, so that's also where when they get upgraded to another room, that's where you would do it. Is on this one. On this one here, you go billing, and then you click on whatever they are. Okay. So, and then that function is where we actually bill them, and then reports is where if the parent asks for a report of the tuition payments, that's what I use that for. Tuition Express is where I actually go through and take it out. Whatever they were billed, I take it out of their checking account and put it into our account, and that's done here. And so you'll just select all, and you'll see it when you do it. I don't have any now to do. My Procare, I don't do anything with this. Utilities, I've never done anything with this. Manage email addresses. Let's look at that. There are all the email addresses of the parents here, but I don't know the purpose of that, because if you go here if you want to get to the parents' information, so let's do Hartman's because there's two of them. Oh no, DeCamp. You have one parent, this is Dan. That's his information, right? If you wanted to change his address, you could double click on that and change it, right? So that's Dan. Now, you might have parents that are not married or they're divorced, but you'd have them both on here, and they might have a different address here and different telephone numbers. So they're both there. Okay. This is the child's information. If you double click on that, that's the child's information. And also, if you just click on DeCamp here, it will give you the husband and wife, and then if you double click, it's the same information. Okay. On a child, you are required by law to have 2 emergency numbers, their doctor, the hospital, dentist, all that information. If you run this, you'll see it. All that information is required. And really, as soon as they get it, this information, as soon as their first day, all this information has to be there. If you were to get inspected and you didn't have this information, it'd be a violation. So this is important to have. So this is the stuff, child sheet for Hartman. And so here's all his information. You also have the same thing for Holden, required for both. They might have different dentists. They might have different doctors. I don't know. Okay. They might have different parents. They might have different dads or moms or whatever. So both of that. And then, so that's that and that. And so that's how you change that. We know how to do that. Reminders. This is where if they take a vacation day, you want to create a reminder to say Hartman's are taking the week of such and such off. They should give you a 2-week notice. Okay? So that's what the reminder notice is for, so that when I'm doing, when you're processing revenue, you can go look at the reminders and say, okay, so these are done, but this was a reminder that Iris had put in, and it said, I put done in when I'm done with the billing, but she'll always put bill or pay first. So if it's for payroll or for billing, please bill the Hasty family one deposit for infant spot starting in June. Okay, so she gave me that they're going to start in June of 2023. So I've got that information. So that was on 10/28. So the Hasty family, if I go to the Hasty family, you'll see that I did that. If I go here, that's if they're charged. So here's deposit for baby. So that was done on 10/24. And I got that from the reminder and I knew it. So I just clicked on that. I always put a note, deposit for baby, and then the amount. Okay? Also, it's nice in the reminder when they do say that there's a deposit to put the dollar amounts. Like here, she just said deposit for an infant spot. Well, then I have to look up to see what it is at infant, because I don't memorize the amounts. She probably does, but so it'd be nice if they said to do infant deposit in the amount of $385 for infant spot. You know, that would be nice. Okay, this is payroll. Same thing goes with payroll. We're not doing payroll, but that's the same thing for payroll. Okay, so that's that. And all these, that's a Tuition Express statement. If you need to change it, it could be a checking, a savings, a credit card. If it is a credit card, I add on their monthly charges. You could do it on their billing, a 1 or 2% charge. So I always tell them that you're going to get a 2% charge, and then I just put it into their billing. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. So I would do it here and here. I would add another account here, and I would go after that. Like, it's hard because I'm not really doing it, and I don't want to screw anything up, but I'll just do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Anyways, it would be weekly, and then you'd say description. What are their choices? So you could pick the choices here. I don't know what I call it. Registration fee? No. Anyways, miscellaneous charge, I think I put it under. That's where miscellaneous charge right there. I think I put it under that. So then I put the amount on, whatever 1% is. So $2.85, I put that on. So that they get charged if there's a credit card, because you get charged. And so you want to make sure you got that. Okay, so that's the Tuition Express. This is under the parents. If there's 2 parents, like DeCamps, it'll still be for both parents. So all this stuff up here is for both parents. If you want individual parents, you have to click on that or click on that. Okay? I don't think you care about that. If you want to remove an account, that's where you would do it. If you want to edit an account, you could do that or just double click on it. Documents, this is where all their documents are. I always put anything they give me, any document at all. Here's their deposit that was given. It was a check given to me. So I scan it in. There is nothing I don't put it in this file, because there'll be, for sure, you won't remember what the deposit is. I mean, you'll have it, but you don't have any proof. You want proof. Application fee. I mean, I put everything in here. And I told that to Iris. If they give you a piece of paper, scan it in and give it a name and put it in here. How do you do that? You add it right here. It's always going to be, it has to be a PDF. So whatever you have, you have to do you could scan it in and save it as a PDF. And then you click here wherever you put it. Okay? But everything. That's true with the child. This is the documents for the child. It looks the same. That it looks like a little folder. Everything I get, anything you get, it's true with the employees too. This is like if you had a big file system and you were taking hard copies and filing it all. It's the same thing here. So when you go into the documents, you should have every single thing you need on Hartman DeCamp. When you go here, you should have, this is on the family. Down here, everything you need on Hartman. Here, everything you need on Holden. Up here, everything the family needs. Now, the family's documents will be different because they have an enrollment form that we don't put in the kids. Tuition Express, we don't have that. Registration form, emergency contact, all this stuff is put in the parents, not on the child. Okay, so if it applies only to the information applies to the family, not specifically to a child, I put it in there. I put it up here. And I think that's it. I mean, there's a Tuition Express, reoccurring payments request. I don't even know what that is. Never used it. Merge letters, don't use that. That's the documents. Log sheets, never use this. There's nothing there. I don't do that. Contract billing summary, well, that's exactly what but I do per child. But you can do it here. If I double click on there, I can do it there too. This is a ledger. This is all the information that's, if you double click on that, it's the same thing. A lot of stuff is just repetitive. Removing an account, account specific reports. This is where you could do information sheet about the child card. We don't do the time cards. I think you're going to start doing it. That's what the parents have a pen and they actually have to check in their child and check them out every day. I think it's important to do that. I didn't even know they stopped it until Shatu told me that. I would highly encourage that the parents check their child in and check it out. Because if the child is missing and they took their child out and it was done by them with their pen, they can't say that the child was taken, without you knowing it or something, without them knowing it. Sorry. Dashboard. I never use this dashboard. Wait, let's go back down to where we were. Family, sorry. Report. Oh, this is Tuition Express. This is where you process it, right there. Reports. That's the report I showed you. I only do the one report for the parents. That's this report. I'm going to show you it 100 times, but it's customer payment summary. Which did I show you that? I think I did. It's customer payment, but you can also do, I think they're all pretty much the same. Customer statement, that's another one. Yeah, do the statement, sorry. Let's look at it and make sure I got it right. Yeah, it's a customer statement account. Sorry, you want the customer statement account. So when they ask for it, that's what you want to produce. And there's always a time you have to put in. So we got that. So we have that. Add an account, edit an account. So we went through all those. We went through this. This is adding an account. That's adding a child. That's the function. This is where you actually charge the revenue to the family under the family accounting billing, contract billing. This is, you have to say weekly. That's what we're charging. So Boland's get charged $305 for Bennett, and they get another one for Josephine, but they also get a family discount of $30. So their total is those three. Then Katie Collins, she gets charged for Sloan and Soren, and she also gets a discount. Anytime you see this tan colored, or that is the discount that they get. Employee discount, that's Shar. Her son gets half off. Okay. That should do it on the revenue side. I hope this helps. Bye.